And I heard that they got me on a tight leash, but I'm a big dog like Argos. Yeah, Bubby in the lead, what he talking about? Cooking Chef T, what he talking about? Told me that the beef weren't healthy, so we went green, what he talking about? Hey, Bubby in the lead, what he talking about? Cooking Chef T, what he talking about?
Yo, it's your boy Tyrell, and we got Mr. Argos over here. I'm gonna say what's up to the people, man. Say what's up to the people, man. You wanna say all right, man? So today is gonna be a little bit of a different kind of video. I know normally I post vlogs on here, but I've been getting a lot of questions about how I taught Argos how to speak on command, right? Or bark on command. Speak. Oh, good boy. Speak. Oh my God! Wow! I've been teaching Argos this trick since he was 6 months old, so I have some old footage that I'm going to show you guys of me practicing with them. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a breakdown on just how to do that with your dog, and you can apply a lot of these techniques, a lot of these tips and tricks, and hopefully, just hopefully, your dog will be able to speak on command. All right, so before we jump into the list of, tips and tricks, I'm going to first show you guys a very old video when Argos was about 6 months or so, 5 or 6 months, when I first introduced speaking to him, or teaching him how to speak or bark on command when I first taught him that. Speak. 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 Bro. Speak. 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 Argos. Speak. 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 Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Argos, look at me. Look at me. He's still eating. Look at me. Speak. 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 Good boy. That's a good boy. We saw that video, Argos. He was very young, right? Super cute. It's crazy how fast time changed, man. Time flies by, seriously. I've went over this a little bit before. Like, this wasn't the very first time. I was kind of, practicing with him off camera, and then that same day he started to get it a little bit, so I wanted to record it on camera, and that was the footage that you just saw. One thing I think a lot of people don't take in consideration is their dog breed, right? There's certain breeds that are easier to train than others, right? You got like the Golden Retriever, the Labrador Retriever, Pit Bull, German Shepherd, Border Collie, Doberman. A lot of these dogs are quote unquote easier to train. That's just how they were bred, right? So if you don't have one of those dogs, don't feel bad. You can still use some of these tips, and you can still use some of these tricks to help you out. I can only tell you what worked for me and my dog. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not a professional trainer. I just have a platform, and people saw what I did with my dog, and they want to know how I did it. So the number one thing that I would say is you need patience. So when you're teaching your dog a new trick, you want to be able to teach them that trick overnight, right? You want to tell them their name overnight. You want to be able to tell them to roll overnight, sit, stay, all that stuff overnight, but it's not going to happen overnight. And if you have those expectations, you're going to be very disappointed. You got to have patience, and it takes time. There's no way to say, hey, it's only going to take 1 week. It's only going to take 1 month. It's only going to take, 6 months, whatever the case may be. Don't put a timestamp on it. Just continue to work hard. All right. And continue to be patient. With Argos, I was very fortunate because he was a fast learner. I taught him how to speak in 30 minutes. Not saying me teaching me telling you these tips and tricks, you're going to be able to teach your dog in 30 minutes, but Argos picked up pretty fast and he learned within 30 minutes. So I was even impressed. Definitely going to take time, whether it's a week, whether it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, a year, whatever. Be patient. With being patient, you also have to be consistent. Okay, you really have to be consistent. If you're not consistent, if you're doing it one day, then you take a week off and you try it again this day, you're not being consistent. So it's going to be very hard for you to train your dog that way. You have to be on top of it every day. or at least every other day, right? Where it's fresh. Because what happens is you want to pick up a routine to where they understand it. If you're giving them a treat for this one day, and then the next day you're not trying, and the day after that, I mean, no inconsistencies. Because when you have these inconsistencies, man, it makes it very, very hard for you, but then also makes it very confusing for your dog. So be consistent. That would be my number 2 tip. My third tip for you guys would be to be understanding, right? So what that means is understand that your dog is obedient. Your dog wants to be obedient. Your dog wants to learn new tricks, right? But it's not going to happen overnight. And if you understand that, if you try to put that in perspective, that's why your dog is always looking you in your eyes, right? They're always wanting to know, what do you want me to do next? They're being obedient, and just as long as you're understanding, everything's going to work out. Fourth tip, before we move on to the bonus tips, is to remain calm. You know, I know it can be very, very frustrating. Or your dog isn't learning their name, or your dog isn't picking up as fast. It's okay. Just remain calm. You know, dogs really, really pick up on your energy. And if you're calm and you're collective and you got positive energy, it's going to transfer over to your dog. If you're grouchy and angry, upset, your dog's gonna sense that, and they're not gonna want they're not gonna want to have anything to do with any tricks, bro. If your energy's off and inconsistent, and your dog's not gonna want anything to do with that, man. They're not gonna want to learn any new tricks because they sense your energy. Dogs pick up on energy. So just remain positive, remain calm, and that will go a long way in itself. Now, let's say that you were patient, you were consistent. You know what I'm saying? You were understanding. You did remain calm. All those things is like the core, right? Now let's actually talk about when you're training your dog to speak. But one thing that's very, very important. I remember I had one of my subscribers. They said, "Hey man, like I've been trying. You know, like I did all these things, and my dog still isn't speaking." A lot of the times is your dog is used to that treat. You have to get a super tasty treat for your dog. I'm talking about like something that have their mouth watering, right? Something that they don't have very often, because they really, really, really would want that thing. Now with Argos, I use a few different things. I use dehydrated treats you can buy from Petco, Pet Supply Plus, PetSmart, any of those pet stores. You can buy dehydrated dog treats. Or if you don't want to do that and it's a little bit pricey for you, because I know they can be expensive, you can use hot dogs. Put some hot dogs in the microwave, you know what I'm saying? Let them cool off and cut little pieces off, right? Don't give your dog a whole hot dog for a treat. You know, you gotta use little bit pieces. And I mean, I'm not a vet. This is just what worked for me, right? Or you can also use cheese, little pieces of cheese. Okay, now what happens with the hot dogs and the cheese is like your dog hasn't had that before, right? And when they taste it, it's like, wow, this is amazing. What is this? I need to get more of that. So if you're trying to teach them a trick, they're gonna be even more motivated to learn a new trick, because they got this new tasty treat that's unbelievably good. All right, so that's one little trick. One little thing that I would say is use some hot dogs, or use some little pieces of hot dogs, or little pieces of cheese, or some dehydrated treats, or any type of treat that your dog hasn't had before that you think is gonna be very tasty to them. Now I want you guys to take another look at the video that I showed you guys earlier of me training Argos when he was young. Notice what I do when he does speak. Okay, this is very, very critical and very, very important.
Speak. Argos, speak. 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 Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Argos, look at me. Look at me. He's still eating. Look at me. Speak. 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 Good boy. That's a good boy.
I'm giving Argos that positive reinforcement, right? Because he doesn't know what speak means yet, but he's making that connection that, hey, when he says speak and I bark, he gives me a treat. And he really, really likes that. So Argos is making that mental connection, right? So what I did was, When I say speak and he speaks, I say, oh, good boy, good boy. And I give him a treat and I rub all over him, good boy, good boy, good boy. Reset. Speak. Oh, good boy, good boy, good boy. Here you go, good boy. And you can do that, and you can also give them 2 treats sometimes if you're really, really excited, right? To really, really show like, hey, this is really good. Keep doing that, keep doing that. And we're gonna look at another video. Argos is a little bit older. I think he was around, if he was 6 months in the video that I showed you guys, or 5 or 6 months, he was probably like a month older. All right, and we were outside. Let me just pull this up. I want you guys to watch this video because something happens in this video which I'm sure is gonna happen to you guys when you're trying to teach your dog how to speak.
Look at me. Look at me. Speak. 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 Boy.
Now, as you see from the video, Argos was very, very young as well. He's probably like 7 months old in this video. And sometimes what happens with Argos is that if I ask him to sit and have a treat, he tries to speak before I even say speak. And that's gonna happen with you guys. 9 times out of 10 it's gonna happen. Once your dog understands that, hey, if I speak, if I bark, I get a treat, they're gonna try to do that when you tell them to sit down. They're gonna try to, bark when you tell them paw, because they want that treat. They know that. But it's very, very important to only give them that treat when they speak, right? Now, if you watch the clip, I'm gonna pull it back again so now you guys can see. I told Argos to look at me. I wanted him to look at me right here. So look at me. He did a little speak, right? And he was expecting a treat because most of the time I'll tell Argos, hey, sit, lay down, look at me, speak, in that order. So he knew that speak was coming up next. So he tried to speak before I said it. Now, if I gave him the treat when he did that, it wouldn't be good, right? I have to wait. He has to wait until I say speak in order for him to get the treat. Okay, cool. So I told you guys about being patient. I told you guys about being consistent, remaining calm, being understanding, all those things, right? And now I'm going to show you guys how to approach the situation, right? You have to know the core first. You got to know the basics before you move on to actually teaching them. Okay, so I have a hot dog right here. You guys can see I got a hot dog right here. I'm going to break it up. And I'm going to kind of walk you guys through what to do. I wanted to put this at the end of the video because if I put it in the beginning, you wouldn't understand those core values first. You wouldn't understand to be patient and be consistent and things like that. So I'm putting it at the end of the video so you guys can understand everything. It makes better sense if I do it this way pretty much. All right, so we got Argos over here. Argos, come here. So one of the most important things you want to do, right, is you want to go ahead and start introducing the treat, right? So you get a little tiny piece, something small, right? Just like this little tiny, I don't know if you guys can see it. I probably will have to focus it, but a little small piece, and you just give it to him, right? You're going to smell it, and you're going to taste it. Look, he's drooling. Argos is drooling right now, all right? He's like, man, I want more of that. So you just keep giving him little small pieces, right? Little small pieces. All right, good boy. Argos is drooling like crazy, guys. All right. So now they know what to expect when they do a trick. You know what I'm saying? Now I got him because he's drooling right now. He wants to know what to do, right? So what you're going to do next is you're going to go through all the tricks that they know so far, right? So if it's like calm, if it's sit, if it's paw, things like that, you're going to go through that because it's going to get their mind in that training mode, right? And just see, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to explain as I go, all right? So bear with me, man. I don't have a cameraman, so hopefully this is fine. Hopefully this works for y'all. All right, Argos, up. That's it. Good boy. Ball. Good boy. Up. Good boy. Sit. Ball. Good boy. Lay down. Good boy. Up. Stay. Look at me. You guys see that, right? You guys see that? So he already knows speak, so he is about to speak. but that's not what we're working on, right? But what's going to happen is I'm going to give him a treat real quick because he deserves it. Good job. He's drooling right now, guys. I wish you can see how much he's drooling. All right, so that was very important, okay? That was very important what Argos just did. So let me focus this. So what's going to end up happening, guys, when you're doing this, your dog is going through all these training motions, right? And let's just pretend that your dog nailed it. They did the sit, they did the stay, the paw, everything that you just saw Argos do. And even if they don't know all those things, that's completely fine. What's going to happen is you're gonna say speak, right? They're gonna look at you like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Speak. What is that? Right? And what they're gonna do is they're gonna go through all the tricks that you guys just did together, whether that was sit, whether that was paw, whatever. They're gonna do all those tricks because they don't know what speak means. So Argos will go through everything, right? Go through all the little tricks, and eventually he'll get kind of confused and kind of frustrated and kind of upset. He would just bark, right? Because that's just what dogs are gonna do because they're trying to communicate. So Argos would then bark. Let's pretend that Argos barked, right? So Argos, speak, 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 speak. Good boy, speak. And that's exactly what you would do, right? I don't even know if the camera caught him as far as in the video, but that's what you would do. You would literally say speak, and then they're gonna try to sit, they're gonna try to give you paw, they're gonna try to spin, whatever tricks that they already know, that's what they're gonna try to do. But the moment you hear them bark, you give them the treat, heavily reward them, and give them positive reinforcement. All right. Now what happens is when you do that, is now they know that when I bark, I get a treat. I get that delicious, scrumptious hot dog. This dude Argos is drooling over here. You know what I'm saying? They get this delicious treat anytime they bark. Now, you don't want them to just bark, just because, right? You want them to know that, hey, when I say speak, I want you to bark. Not just barking just because. Now you're going to start introducing the word speak with the bark, right? So you already got them barking, right? But when you say speak and then they bark, that's how you get it, okay? And then you heavily reward them, and that's really that simple. That's how I taught Argos. So let me just kind of run through and just show you guys. So I'm showing the treat. No, they're gonna try to do that. Hey, look at me. No. You see, guys, he's barking because he knows. Lay down. Good boy. Up. Boy. Speak. Speak. Good boy. Oh my God, Argos is drooling so bad. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully that was clear for you guys, and you're able to understand what to do, right? So just go through those steps, everything that I told you guys. Try it out, and then let me know down in the comments if it worked for you. Okay, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time, right? But it's gonna get to a point where your dog is gonna bark because they really want that treat. And when they bark, guys, reward them. Say, good job, good boy, good girl, whatever. Reward them. Okay, and then keep doing that a couple more times, and then introduce the word speak. Okay, so when they speak, you might get lucky and they're gonna bark, and then that's when you say, good boy, speak, speak, and keep saying speak, speak, speak. Good boy, awesome job. So hopefully that was good information for you guys. You alright, man? You alright, man? You want a treat? You're a good boy, man. What? Get a little ASMR. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. Click that bell so you get a notification anytime we post.
Friday nights at the run and shoot. All the boys I played with left the game just to run and shoot. Treat my life just like pirates, all I want's to loot.